Hi guys, this is Unit 8, Lesson 7, Video 2, Solving Proportional Equations. Okay, this week is going to look a little bit different. On Monday, you should have watched a video and had some practice problems. We're going to go over those today. Tuesday, which is today, you have another video to watch, and if I can import it properly, there should be a place for you to input some answers in there. If not, I will post some scrambled answers at the end. Wednesday, there are no classes. Wednesday is focused now on tutoring. So based on your last exit ticket, the 8.6 exit ticket, if you did not do well on the exit ticket, I sent you a personal invitation to attend a tutoring session from 9 o'clock to 9:30 on Wednesday morning. I should have 8 of you chiming in. That means that you scored below a 2 on your exit ticket and you need a little bit of extra help. Those of you that didn't take the exit ticket, I don't know if you need help or not because you didn't do the assignment. For the rest of you, I have an open tutoring session, so look on your Google Classroom in the stream. I will post the Google code for you to join the virtual class. It is from 9:30 to 10 on Wednesday. If you need any help whatsoever, set a timer on your calendar or a reminder, but come log in, come see me, just pop in and say hi, talk to a couple of your classmates, but that's the time that if you have any questions or something that you're struggling with, I can give you some extra help. Thursday, there is going to be an assignment that matches these videos. Okay, I post the videos in Edpuzzle, and yes, I can see whether you're watching the videos or not. If you're not watching the videos, you're not getting your full points for the day. But you're not going to be able to do the assignment if you haven't first watched the videos because they're instruction. So, also I attached a worksheet for today. That worksheet is just for you. It is not something that needs to be turned in. There's nothing for you to submit for today's assignment. It is only there for you so that you don't have to work quite as hard. If you have access to a printer, print out the attached document, and that way you can just take your notes on that paper. If you don't have a printer, don't worry. You can take notes during the video, but you might need to pause every now and then so that you can catch up with the video. So let's go ahead and get started. So you had these questions the other day. I just want to use this to review a little bit. We were talking about how many carnations and how many pink carnations, how many white versus how many pink. And the ratio was W over P. Okay, P is going to equal 3. W is going to equal 4. So when it's asking you to write an equation, we have W over P equals 4 over 3. If you wanted to, you could even cross multiply these and get 4P for 3W. No. Yeah, 4P for 3W. Or we could say 3W equals 4P. You could cross multiply those. Okay, so looking at this one, we know that we have W to P equals 4/3. Well, what information are they giving us in this sentence? They're telling you that there's 20 white carnations. So let's erase the W and replace it with a 20. From here, we can cross multiply. We get 4P equals 60. Divide by 4. P is going to equal 15. But 15 what? These are word problems, so they need to be answered with words. You're going to have 15 white carnations. Okay, we're going to use that same relationship, W over P equals 4 over 3, only this time, what information did they give you? 24 pink carnations. So this time we're going to replace the P with a 24. When we cross multiply, we get 3W equals 24 times 4, 96. Just double checking. Yep. Then we are going to divide by 3. And W equals what? 32. But 32 what? Pink carnations. Okay, 32 pink carnations. Okay, moving on to the next slide. These are the ones that I gave you to do on your own. And I told you we would go over it. So let's see how you did. So we have 48 cookies. C is going to equal 48. We have 3 cups of flour. Your F is going to be 3. And we have 2 sticks of butter. So butter is going to equal, 2. B equals 2. So the first question says, write a relationship between the number of cookies and F, the number of cups of flour. So we have cookies versus flour. Well, let's solve that with what we have. We have 48 cookies and F is 3 cups of flour. Can 48 be divided by 3? Yes. We could also simplify and say the relationship of cookies and flours is 16 because 48 divided by 3 is 16. Okay, write an equation for the relationship between F, the number of cups of flour, and B, the number of sticks of butter. Well, how much flour does it take? 3. How many sticks of butter? 2. Okay, if we wanted to, we could cross multiply these and say 2F equals 3B. We could also switch that if we needed to and say B over F equals, well, what's my butter? 2, and my flour is 3. Whatever it is, these have got to match up. See how these match up? And these match up. Okay, there's only 1 stick of butter in the house. How many cookies can you make? So let's first look at this question. How many cookies can we make? Well, we're looking at the relationship of cookies to butter. How many cookies can you make normally? There's 48. And how many sticks of butter? 2. Well, What is 48 divided by 2? 24. You can only make 24 cookies. Okay, 24 is half of 48, right? It's half. So let's take a look at the second part. Well, what that means too is if you have 48 over 1 and you are multiplying it by 1/2, you get 48 over 2. That's what's happening. So let's look at this second part right here. How much flour will you use? Well, how much flour do you normally have? Right here we have 3. So we have 3 cups of flour times 1/2. Multiply straight across. We have 3 over 2, or 1.5 cups of flour. Okay, let's do the same thing with our next equation over here. There are only 2 cups of flour in the house. How many cookies can you make? So it is asking for now the relationship of cookies to flour. Well, let's take a look at this first question right here. How many cookies can you make? Well, you can normally make 48 cookies. But in this case, how much flour do we have? We only have 2 cups of flour. So we only have 2 parts of the 3 that are needed. So we're going to take 48 over 1 and we're going to multiply it by 2/3. Okay, let's reduce. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 48 16 times. So 16 times 2 is 32 over 1. You can only make 32 cookies. Okay, we have 2 parts of 3 here. So how much butter will we use? Well, we need 2 butters, right? 2 cups of butter, 2 sticks of butter. We have 2 sticks of butter. We are going to multiply that by 2 parts of 3. Multiply straight across and we get 4/3, which is the same as 1 1/3 sticks of butter. Okay? Hopefully you understand that. If not, then I need to see you tomorrow during our tutoring session for some explanations. Okay, here's some more practice. So Hiroshi can read 2 books in 7 days. We have B equals 2, D equals 7, right? Write an equation in the relationship between B, the number of books, and D, the number of days. Well, he can read 2 books in 7 days. Okay, we could cross these. Different ways to write these. We could also say days to books. Okay, my days to books, he can read 2 books in how many days? Same thing, as long as these match. We could also cross multiply and cross multiply this and say that we have 2 books equals 7 days. So let's use our proportions. We have how many books can he read in 70 days? We have books to days equal 2/7. Well, the information that they gave us in the question says 70 days. So we are going to erase this days and replace it with 70. From here, we cross multiply. 7b equals 140. Divide by 7. He can read 20 books in 70 days. Okay, C. How many days does it take him to read 12 books? Again, we have books to days equals 2/7. This time the information gives us 12 books. So we're going to erase our B and replace it with the 12. When we do that, we have 2D equals 12 times 7, 84, divided by 2. How many days does it take him to read these? 42 days. It's kind of messy. Sorry about that. Okay, let's look at this next one. Okay, we don't have to calculate this. Let's just solve it. So we have, it says not to, but of course we're going to calculate it just because it's fun. B over days equals 2/7. Okay, what information did they give us? 360 days. So we are going to replace this with 316. Let's cross multiply. That gives me 7b equals 316 times 2, 632. Divide by 7. That gives me 90.29 books. He can read 90.29 books in 316 days. All right, last question here. How many books can he read in D days? Write an expression. Okay, well, we already know that he can read books to days, right? Oops. How many books can he read in D days? Well, his relationship is 2 to 7. So, if we cross multiply, he can read, takes him 2 days to read 7 books. Okay, if we were trying to get B, we're solving for B. So, we have to divide by 7. So my answer is going to be B equals 2 days to read 7 books because we're trying to get B by itself. All right, moving on. Here are some extra practice problems. Okay, this was a game. It's kind of hard for us to play a whiteboard game in class, but I want you to pick one of these extra problems. Pick the one that looks the most interesting to you. If we were playing a game, it would be worth 4 points, 5 points, or 6 points. Let's take a look at this first one. Okay, Bobby drinks 2 cans of pop every 3 days. So we got 2 cans of pop. So what do we want our variables to be? Let's say C, and we have D. So we have cans of pop over days. He drinks 2 cans of pop every 3 days. Okay, let's cross multiply. I have 2D, but whoop, I gotta go back. What information does it give us? How many cans of pop does he drink in 18 days? So it gives us this answer, 18. So now when we cross multiply, we get 3C equals 18 times 2. 18 times 2 is going to be 36. Divide by 3. C equals 12. But 12 what? Cans of pop. He can drink 12 cans of pop in 18 days. Okay, let's look at our next example. Jennifer eats 2 bags of hot Cheetos every 24 hours. So we have a B and an hours. B and hours. So she eats 2 bags of hot Cheetos every 24 hours. How many hours does it take her to eat 20 bags? Well, the information that we're given us is this bags. So we are going to replace this with 20. From here, we can cross multiply. We get 2H equals 480. Divide by 2. H equals 240 hours. It takes her so go back to the question. It takes her 240 hours to eat 20 bags of hot Cheetos. Okay, this last one. Johnny skates 7 miles. So we got M every 2 weeks. So we have miles to weeks. Johnny skates 7 miles every 2 weeks. How many miles does he skate in 9 weeks? So the information that's given to us is 9. We're going to change our time to 9. I wanted that red. Okay. From here, we can cross multiply. I got 2M equals 63. Divide by 2. M equals 63 divided by 2. 31.5. What's our answer? Miles. He can skate 31.5 miles. Okay. These 3 you are going to do on your own. The first one, Ariana does 3 math assignments every 4 days. How many days will it take her to do 27 math assignments? Yellow category, Mary runs 2 miles every 3 days. How many days will it take her to run the distance of a marathon, which is 26 miles? And the last one. Your teacher makes $1,200 every 2 weeks. How many months do they have to work to earn $60,000? So, how many months? Think about that. How many, I'll give you a hint. How many weeks are in a month? Okay, there are 4 weeks in a month. 4 weeks in a month. So I want you to try these problems, and I will give you the answers for them. I will give you a sheet with scrambled answers. Hopefully if I do the video right, I'm going to try to pause it so that you can put the answers in the video. If that doesn't work, I'll give you some scrambled answers on Thursday. And if you need any help, please come see me tomorrow at tutoring. Some of you have a mandatory tutoring session from 9 to 9:30. The rest of you have an optional tutoring session from 9:30 to 10 on Wednesdays. So check your emails. Okay, there is an assignment that we'll be following on Thursday, but I'm going to give you fair warning. You need to watch video 1 and video 2 to have any success whatsoever at the assignment that you're going to do on Thursday. Have a great 3-day weekend, and I won't talk to you again until next Monday. Bye.